Greetings, my name is Chamomile, and this is an examination of the entire galaxy sector by sector. Today, we're looking at Sanbra Sector and the 15th Hook Nebula command of the trailing sectors of the Outer Rim. The Sanbra Sector is the domain of the ocean world of Aqualaris, no, not that one, a planet entirely covered in ocean and whose colonial civilization is built underwater. There is no native species here, and the planet wasn't colonized by an aquatic species like Moncala or Gungans. It was colonized by air breathers who decided they weren't going to let the ocean scare them off of some good real estate. As far as I know, they never started harvesting the ichor of drug addicts using creepy little girls who were watched over by drill-headed zombie monsters. But we can dream. They're mostly famous for their pod racing circuit because it's got lots of transparent paneling in the underwater tunnels, which makes for a pretty spectacular track. This sector is also home to Dakar, a resistance base, and Ragosa, a Tordarian vacation planet. None of these are at all important, but they are in stuff you might have seen. But we're in 15th Hook Nebula, so where are the pirates? A gang of water bandits terrorized the moisture farmers of the planet Beheboth. Luke Skywalker supposedly destroyed them. A couple dozen thugs with blasters is the kind of thing Luke Skywalker walks through without even noticing, although this was sometime around the Battle of Hoth before he'd come into his full power. Still, perfectly plausible story, even if it is suspicious that it's yet another adventure Luke Skywalker supposedly had while knocking around the galaxy. Most of these stories can be true individually, but they can't all be true together. Also, Beheboth is supposedly home to sentient clouds of gas, so I guess that's neat. On the subject of rebel celebrities having alleged tales of daring do, a rebel base on the planet Golrath was abandoned while the Rebel Alliance was doing the secret base shuffle after the Midrim retreat. The Imperials found it after it was cleaned out, but according to the stories, the crystals of the planet naturally recorded everything around them, like a holoprojector, and you could extract the recording if you knew how to read the lattices. The rebels only learned this after they left and the Imperials were investigating, so Leia Organa led a strike team to blow away the whole base and any crystal recordings they may have left behind. Just like the Luke stories, sounds plausible, could be no proof. Another unconfirmed story of rebel celebrities, supposedly Luke Skywalker was sent to the planet Serfiti, allegedly inhabited by the lizard Serps. The Serps had developed high technology, but had forsaken it to live simpler lives, so Luke Skywalker had to navigate some Byzantine contest called Doom Jousting to secure the Serps' aid against the Galactic Empire, and also stop them from eating one of the other rebel pilots. I find it unlikely that a species homeworld would revert to mostly Iron Age tech like this, but as a colony world it sounds plausible. Maybe some anti-tech Trandoshans got together and colonized this planet. Everyone here was on board with abandoning technology because they came here to be among people on board with that plan. There's shades of the caveman alien story here, but it's more plausible than most, because these guys supposedly chose to give up technology rather than somehow going undiscovered despite being in space that was fully mapped out by the Late Republic era.